I'm making video logs at this point in time because I just jumped out of the shower and I don't know, 9 o'clock last night, the airline people, after having all day, it was almost 10 o'clock p.m., tell me that they're booking me a flight today, which is the flight that I had worked out with the study abroad contact at the primary college where my daughter goes. And we said 4:30 was the best. And there was extenuating circumstances because I was down in the Amalfi Coast, which is not where my apartment is in Spoleto. And I brought a bigger suitcase down here, because I thought I might buy some gifts and stuff, but I didn't have but like a couple of days of clothes and panties, like nothing. And it had to be for rainy and cold down here, and wool and a leather coat, that kind of thing. So I was told yesterday, since they had screwed up and not offered me the day my daughter went into the hospital, I was supposed to be offered, I guess, a round-trip flight to go to Indonesia to be with her by her hospital side, and that was never offered. Yet the ISOS people told the Ohio college that I had declined that. I said that I was busy doing things, but I had stopped where I was and was waiting for an action, and I kept getting information, and I kept getting inconsistent information from ISOS, who are the medical blockers. They're kind of like the trained dogs in a junkyard to start barking and ready to attack the minute you come near the fence of a junkyard. They're an entire team of highly trained, manipulative medical professionals that gang up on you. So like the night before at 3 o'clock in the morning, when my daughter called me crying in pain and they were denying the surgery ongoing now for I don't know how many days, I demanded an encounter in that moment. I'm without sleep because this has been going on. I'm without sleep. And so they brought in their Top Gun doctors in Jakarta. There was at least 3 men, to the best of my memory, could have been more. There were several females on this community phone line from Jakarta. I'm in Salerno, Italy by myself in the middle of the night. They're on waking hours, so their mind is clear. And I believe in the United States, it was off hours too for the study abroad medical director, medical health well-being person who is really, really, really a nice guy and tries to be totally helpful. But as this goes forward, I'm starting to see his role is to be like whipped butter. He's like to diffuse and calm and smooth things, but there's no way he can't be aware of this conduct from ISOS. So even though he's been a great, great guy, I'm starting to get that they've hired him for that position to smear the shit smoother on the cracker. I'm not sure. He seems very authentic. He seems very genuine, but there's no way he doesn't know what they're doing to me. There's no way. So they tell me, you're getting 3 days on the ground in Jakarta. I didn't say a word. I didn't quibble. I didn't say anything. I just, at this point in time, I just want to get to my daughter who's just had this surgery that they denied her for days, ISOS, and they used every psychological warfare strategy to undermine her and me. Remember, I am a CIA Cold War researcher, and there are many psychological manipulative strategies. I'm aware of them due to my spy story. And I took them at face value as being upright people, and now I'm seeing that ISOS used this manipulative thing. So I rush and try to wash the clothes, the little bit of clothes I have here, because everything's fully dirty, stinky, oily, whatever. I wash them. There's no dryers, but I got to leave the next day, so I go into the second bedroom and I jack up. She doesn't have heaters here, but there was a heater on the wall. I jacked it up to a really high heat after the clothes were washed, and I spread out all the clothes and ran it for probably, I don't know, this was in the afternoon until I went to bed to try to dry the clothes by air. And I got most of them dried, although what I have on is still wet and damp, but that's okay. But they said it would be 3 days. So I started going through my primary large suitcase and pulling everything out of it that I'm going to give to my driver to bring back up to Spoleto to hold on to me, for me. And I wake up this morning and it looks like they've booked me an airline ticket to come back on June 1st. Now, I could be wrong, but I mean, in some ways that's great, but nobody discussed it with me. Nobody explained it to me. So here I am in the morning having to now go, shit, they have me there almost 2 weeks now, and they told me it was going to be 3 nights. But, you know, who says they're not going to change the ticket on me? Because they didn't discuss it with me. The last I heard last night, they were giving me 3 nights, and then my daughter was getting on a plane and coming home, you know. And so June 1st, I'm supposed to be in Paris with my daughter. So they didn't even discuss it with me. They didn't even, I mean, so, you know, it started to again trigger some anxiety in me because I'm like, what the fuck? Is my life out of my control right now? And ISOS just can pull shit out of their ass nonstop? Are they going to change the ticket again and bring it back to a shorter time period? So I don't know. So now I had to take everything that I was going to send with the driver back up to hometown and reload it in my primary bag because now I need more than 3 days worth of clothes. And I'm thinking that at the end of this, I am going to tell them that if they're flying us out June 1st, they're changing the ticket again. And they're flying me and my daughter directly to Paris for where we were supposed to be going, which means that my daughter's been out of the country 4 months since mid-January. And she went from summer clothes. She did buy some other, we're going to be wearing Indonesian clothes in Paris, mark my words, because she bought a bunch of Indonesian prayer outfits. And that's what we're going to be wearing in Paris, assuming she bought them, fine. But I'm doing these video logs that I will upload to my YouTube channel. I'm going to try to get them in sequential order because I need documented external memory for what they're doing to me and they're doing to my daughter. Anyway, I've got to go and have breakfast and curl my hair and get in a vehicle with my driver. Thank God he's a freaking saint. And he will bring me to the airport with the 2 ladies that are getting dropped off to sleep at the airport. But the lies that ISOS is doing direct and indirectly are unbelievable. I'm going to call it psychological warfare is what they're doing. Because in my spy story, I know what... Sorry, I just took a really hot shower. I know what they do to almost make you feel like you're slightly crazy. And they change the variables and they say things that you didn't even say. So I'm documenting this in a video. They're not going to pull this shit on me. Okay, bye, you guys.